Hey, what's up, my Earthlings and Lucky Beans? It's Rod D on Ninja News, where news is what we do. Yeah, today, man, I was going to talk about the Cuomo brothers, Chris and Andrew, and I also want to talk about the xenobots. And the xenobots thing came up. Well, everybody was looking at the videos of this um the robots with human-like faces, and they can do all types of motions and stuff like that. And they have human-like voices. They have people signing up to. They get paid so the companies can use their face, their likeness, and also use their voice for these robots, which went into people discussing more robots such as the xenobots, because the xenobots now they say can actually replicate and make more xenobots. So the xenobots are right now, they still experimenting on them and still in the basic forms, but later on, once they get more advanced with the technology, the xenobots, well, there's a show. The thing that I thought about as soon as I heard about the xenobots is the fact they're able to replicate. Uh, Put the show Battlestar Galactica in my mind, because on that, they have the Cylon, which robots, teeny robots that can replicate and make more little robots, and they can make, turn into different type of forms and different shapes, and they would look just like humans, and yeah, so I guess that's where the Cylons come from. They're gonna come from the xenobots. I mean, they on the way, man. If they but that's not what the technology is supposed to be used for. What they're hoping to use it for is to clean up the environment and have once they get it to where they want with it, they have it to, clean up the trash out in the ocean and stuff like that, and help clean up the atmosphere, get some of this pollution out of here. And they also, because the xenobots are real tiny, so they'll be able to do all types of stuff, and even go into humans, and they're tiny just like your cells in your body, so they can in the future be used to cure cancer, and they get rid of the cancer cells and stuff like that. So and they still working on the technology. It's not, of course, what they wanted yet, but that's what they hoping for in the future, to get into that type of point. And other than that, let's see what CNN said about the xenobots. In a new story from CNN, it says the xenobots first unveiled in 2020 were formed from the stem cells of the African clawed frog. The little bobs are each less than a millimeter, 0.04 inches wide. They can move, work together in groups, and self-heal, and now make more xenobots. Using artificial intelligence rather than genetic manipulation, the xenobots took a Pac-Man shape to collect and bundle stem cells that form new tiny xenobots. So, the African clawed frog that where they got the cells from to make these xenobots, it has good healing powers. So it can basically fix itself, and the same thing with the xenobots. They can when damaged, they can even fix themselves, and of course they can now replicate and make more xenobots, and they work together as one. So yeah, it'd be that type of deal. So they can do all different type of tasks, and one day it'd be like where they can make them where they can not only help and fix inside a human's body, but they can be like the walking, talking robots. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, say the robot's working or something and loses an arm or something, then all the tiny xenobots inside of it just to form another arm and it heal itself. Yeah, yeah, sci-fi at its finest, man. We all seen this movie though, man. We know how it goes, man. Next thing you know, the Terminators are stepping out, blasting with the guns, yeah. Well, I guess we on that timeline in the human experience. On the Earth's timeline where the rise of the robots, man. Starts off small, but I think we already know how it goes. Now, let's get into this Chris Cuomo, because the New York Post had put a story out today where they was talking about Chris Cuomo doing a lawsuit. I knew that was coming, man, because he had a good job at CNN. But I think what happened, man, is that whole political thing, man. I think it's like, well, you see the guys over there at Fox News, and of course Fox is repping the Republicans, CNN, Democrats, or mostly Democrats, and you know that Andrew Cuomo is a Democrat, so, and he's close with his brother, so you know how that works. So when some of the dudes at Fox got hit, you know what I'm saying? Like you had the O'Reilly guy from the O'Reilly Factor and some of the other guys that got hit up. You know there's going to be some guys on the other side that, that some of their ops get hit up. It's like back and forth, man, with these, I don't know, like political warriors or something, I don't know what to call it. Both of them soldiers for their old team, man. It just be going like that, man. What? You know what I'm saying? If you don't think it's political, it's like crazy. So he was, they said he was getting information on people about his brother. So that's why you fire him? It's like, there's more to it, and you can see the whole, because the political thing gets real cutthroat sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with the back and forth, and they really, man, they play dirty when it comes to that politics, man. So that says, matter of fact, let me get to the juicy part of it. Okay, his contract was reportedly worth $6 million annually, leaving between $18 million and $20 million that he would have been owed. So that's where the $18 million number come from, because he didn't get to finish out that contract, and if he did, that's how much he would have made. So he's not just pulling the number out the air. And it says if he gets a settlement, there will be an uproar. That's what he said. That's what one of the sources added. And another source said CNN has a standard morality clause in their contract that says if the employee does anything of disrepute, they can be immediately fired. When it comes to the standard and practices, and they say when it gets the standard and practices, I think that's up to interpretation. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't see what all he did bad. I mean, you know, he did inquire about some of the news stories about his brother, his older brother, but at the same time, he be reporting news too. So he could have been like, hey, I was working on a news story, or wondering if I should speak on it or whatever like that. But just inquiring, talking about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, that's what got him fired. It's kind of weird, man. Seemed like the Democrats took a hit on that. Seemed like he took a hit for the team. That's what that would sound like, man, if you think about it. It says Chris Cuomo was scanned Saturday, 4 days after being suspended over information contained in a trove of documents released by the state. And that trove of documents is, like what I said, is basically him talking about his brother's case, you know, asking around about it and stuff like that, which he didn't do a show about it or anything like that, you know. Let's see, lawyers from the white shoe firm of Kravis, Swain, and Moore told CNN that the documents gave the network legal grounds to fire the Cuomo primetime star for contacting sources about planned news reports regarding his brother. And there you have it. Just basically for talking to people about, oh yeah, well, this news story about my brother, what all they what I have on there and whatnot. Bam, that's it. He's up out of there. But if you're one of the dudes over at Fox News, you like, yeah, we got one. We took out one of the ops. Man, I tell you this, that whole political thing, that's what I say, man, I ain't never been too political anyway, but man, the junk is so, I mean, it gets so vicious sometimes with them, man. They be doing their back and forth on, yeah, if you ain't ready for it, man, I'm telling you, they come with some dirty tactics. I don't see a dude losing his livelihood, you know what I'm saying? That's his paycheck, you know what I'm saying? He got bills like anybody else. He asked about this news story, and he's out of there. Well, he still got that car note. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna have to keep the lights on at the house. You know what I'm saying? He got to get some kind of severance package or something like that, and just to let him go cold turkey. We don't owe you $1 or nothing like that. Nah, I see grounds for a lawsuit on that one, man. So I wish him the best. I mean, I understand the game. I know what's going on. So hopefully he gets something out of it. Yeah, so that was the two main news stories that I seen that really struck my eye that I want to get on. Yeah, so it's about that time. I'm going to holler at y'all again. I see y'all on next week's broadcast. Yeah, get back up to my day job, get this truck moving and rolling. So until then, man, y'all be blessed and peace.